Hey, it's Kurt again with LifterLMS. And in this lesson, I actually just want to touch on what is SCORM. I want to make sure we have the right people in this course and they understand what it is we're actually talking about. You see, SCORM is something I got exposure to as a corporate trainer working for Ducati North America, the motorcycle company, and then again with Suzuki, and then again with other companies as I began to run my own agency and support people in the e-learning field. SCORM at one point was considered very, very technical, very top shelf. And in a lot of respects, it still is, but it's been around for a long, long time. That's why some of the e-learning that people run in their corporation, it just looks dated. The pages aren't very interactive. People aren't interested in it. They might be using that little lightbox presentation window. And before we get into all of those things about how to optimize your SCORM presentation inside your website, I think it's really important that we talk about what SCORM is. Now, one of our most popular posts on Lifter LMS is exactly that. It's how to display SCORM on WordPress using Lifter LMS. And a lot of people that come to this course may have gotten to this course through this blog post. But let's go to the very basics of what we're talking about here. If we go here and we page down to what is SCORM, you're going to see here, we're going to say, that's a great question. It's really a file format. When I think about SCORM, I immediately think of zip file, zip package. A lot of times people call them a SCORM package because it's a collection of files that causes a whole presentation to play within a singular window or a single display. So a more modern, simplified interface for courses might be courses and then lessons, and then an actual course builder that builds those lessons and then kind of loads those up so that the learner's going from page to page or from lesson to lesson. SCORM allows an instructional designer to just pack that SCORM package full of multiple lessons, quizzes, tests, interactive material, all kinds of cool things that show up in one space. And so it really consolidates the presentation from the learner perspective. But remember, in today's marketplace, we keep talking about, simplified or reduce times of concentration or lack of focus. And so in a lot of cases, you'll hear us talk about micro-learning in the e-learning industry. And that's the art of actually breaking your material into smaller sections. And so in a lot of cases, people that have these big SCORM packages, they might actually want to go back to their course authoring tool and break those larger packages into smaller presentations so they could follow more of that micro-learning methodology. But that's a whole different discussion. We take a look at what SCORM actually is. It is that package. But remember, there is SCORM 1.2, SCORM, the second edition in 2004, the third edition, the fourth edition. And think about that, 2004. So we are dealing with something that's got a little bit of legs on it, right? It's been around for a little while. Now, by default, participants that work in SCORM, they're going to have a feeling that their SCORM package requires special sight. Someone that's been a instructional designer for 15, 20 years, they are going to gravitate towards the idea that they need a very specific custom-built interface for their prized packages, for the stuff that took them hundreds of hours to create. They're going to want a customized website, an interface for their learners to be able to use that content. Well, here we are in 2024 as we're making this course, and I'm here to tell you, you don't need to have a custom website to display SCORM. We have tools that you can connect to a WordPress website that enable you to integrate SCORM into a standard WordPress website and then optimize it through the use of your learning management system, which in this case, we're using Lifter LMS. And we'll show you the additional tools that you might consider using to activate the SCORM within your website. So I think it's really important that we understand what SCORM is, why people are here, and what the benefits are of moving from a custom-built, expensive, outdated website to something that is more modern, runs over 40% of the internet, which is WordPress, and gives you the tools you need to optimize your presentation to your students and gives you more opportunities to interact with your students and build relationships and get those dopamine hits that people talk about in the e-learning industry so much. Again, my name is Kurt, and I'll see you in the following lessons. Have a great day.